For Roundabout, education is pretty much about transforming classrooms into theaters. Now, I certainly did that a lot as a kid in school. I'm sure you did too. We've all transformed our classrooms into theaters. But also theaters into classrooms, and not in the dry, boring sense, but in the magical sense. How we learn things through the heart, not just through the mind. Roundabout collaborates with teachers and teaching artists to engage students, build a community around them, and to foster a new generation of artists and arts administrators, and let's not forget, audiences, both in New York and all across our wonderful country. The recipient of the first ever League Award for Outstanding Achievement in Education and Engagement is celebrating his 50th year as an educator. He was a high school teacher for 34 years, and he's developed six major education programs for Rochester Broadway Theater League over the past 17 years. I was told this is a surprise. I hope it really is. He's been a very active member of the Broadway League's Education and Community Engagement Committee and participated in countless related activities and initiatives. This is the first ever award for outstanding achievement in education and engagement, and it is my great pleasure tonight to present this award to Bob Sagan.
Well, with tears in my eyes and my family in Rochester, I mean, this is unbelievable. I've got to say that the past 16 years since I retired from secondary education in '98 really have been the most rewarding 16 years of my life, dealing with young people, introducing them to a theater. And the respect and recognition that I've gotten has been as far surpassed what I ever got in high school. I was just another English teacher who put on good shows, and that was it. But to be recognized in this capacity tonight, well, I mean, it is just absolutely unbelievable. And I just came from the very high-powered education forum that began at 8 o'clock and we left at 4, and it was just, a moment of sharing, and so many wonderful people out there are doing the same thing that I am doing. And I share this award with all of the education directors and community engagements that are sitting out in the house tonight, because we're a very important part of touring Broadway. And to hear what's happening throughout the country is mind-boggling. And, Albert, who has become such a dear friend these past 16 years, and my colleagues, Jessica and Linda, who are here with me from RBTL and the team from Buffalo and Binghamton, thank you for all that you have done. And even though my wife is 5.5 hours away, it's going to be quite a call when I share it with her. And I have one daughter and her family living in Brooklyn Heights, and my other daughter who left the city after 22 years has moved back to Rochester, so we have a whole new normal. And catch that. Okay, not next to normal, but new normal. I try to throw in a little bit of Broadway and break out in a song and dance every once in a while. But, wow, it's 72 to be, this is wonderful. I really don't know what else to say. Thank you.